Hello everybody, we are here for SSS class revival. Hunt time will be for the next couple of weeks until I go to Japan, and then when I'm in Japan there'll be a ORV video. So 2 weeks time, ORV. So for the next 2 weeks, including this one, SSS class. Sick. Anyway, let us hop right into it, shall we? Yes, I think we shall.
What are you doing here, geezer? And what's up with that pathetic look?
Silence! I came here because I was worried about you. Damie, you still haven't received the 9 bows. You're so obvious. I knew it'd be like this.
What's the 9 bows? It's a traditional rite of the martial realm performed when a connection between master and disciple is formed. It's slightly different depending on the martial schools. Some places bow 9 times, other places do a 3-bow version. For reference, at my martial school, you had to endure at least 9 hits to the head from your master. I lasted 63 hits, which was the greatest record in my school. Amazing. Right. I think I get why he's such a nutjob now.
Silence! Who and when I take in as a disciple is up to me. It's none of your business. It's none of your business for you to butt in.
That's where you're wrong. It is my business. Because I know that the reason you're not taking a disciple is because you feel sorry for me. We're the only residents of the martial realm remaining. Unfortunately, you're the only cultist left, and I'm the only Orthodox member left. If you were the only one to accept a disciple, only a successor of the demonic cult will remain in the martial realm. What does that mean? It means that you'd win the great Orthodox demonic war without even fighting. You promised that this would be settled in the end by you and me, and because you feel bad about breaking your promise with me, you're unable to accept that child of the outside lands as your own disciple. Tusk, you're way too loyal for your own good. I anticipated this and went forward with it first. Well, that's how it is.
Geezer, did you?
That's right! He's my direct disciple starting today!
How could you do this to me? Do you know how I felt denying myself the 9 bows all days long?
Be quiet! You should be grateful to the heavens that fate encounter came to you like this! It's not right for you to reject it just because you're worried about how I feel!
What about the Great Orthodox Demonic War?
The Great Orthodox Demonic War doesn't have to be between just us two!
I refuse to accept anyone other than you as my opponent.
As typical of the cult, you're so extremely and unilateral with your thoughts.
Unilateral. I don't know why I said unilaterally. It's not what was said. Can't read, clearly.
The world can't just be split apart by dividing it.
The world you see may be a great ocean, but to me it is just an icy lake. It can be split apart when you divide it however you want.
Then melt it instead!
The cultists are a kindle for the fire that is the way of the demonic cult. So we can melt it.
Then get yourself more kindling!
Great axe sage, you bastard! As expected, the hypocrite of the Orthodox faction, you're so sly with your words.
I'm honestly surprised.
About what?
Aren't you the head of the Celestial Martial Clan? Is it okay for you to go under a master?
If there's a place to dance with swords, you perform. And if there's a master to learn from, you ask for their teachings. I'm not so uptight that I'd nitpick about such things.
I'm gonna be very clear, but regardless of whether it's because you're pressured into it or felt pity for him, if you accept the head of the Martial Artists Alliance as your master with half-baked resolve... If you accept the head of the Martial Artists Alliance as your master with a half-baked resolve, you will regret it. This isn't a decision that should be made lightly, like jumping into a veritable like jumping into the veritable records of the Heavenly Demon because he was too prideful. That would be an insult to the world of those two who are still fighting.
Not exactly sure what you're talking about. What the fuck are you yapping about when you're the King of Death? If there's something you want to verify, do it with your sword. Though, it won't be easy.
How's he holding that? It looks like it's... What? Viper. Have you ever starved before? Oh fuck. Chapter 69.
Nice.
Demonic Heavenly God Art. The first form. Sword of Starving Death.
Shit! What the hell was that? Jesus fucking Christ!
Poor guy. Man's actually about to get cooked.
I almost fucking died. I thought you're only good at flipping your gums, but your swordsmanship ain't half bad. What the fuck was that? Those were the strikes that could be abbreviated to STFS. That's right, my dear disciple. It's a sword of the demon spirit that wants to freeze the world and smash it.
I'm pretty sure that's not what he meant.
He's pretty keen-eyed for only having one of them.
Exactly! He might be a bit old, but he has a genius true eye for seeing through the true essence of things.
If only they knew the truth. If only they knew really what he was on about, and the fact that he's actually just he's just really toony and delusional. You know? If only they knew. If only they knew the truth.
The kid you accept as your disciple ain't half bad either. To be able to use such a fierce demonic sword already. He's a terrifying budded sapling of the cult that surpass even the 4 demon lords.
I told you, I haven't accepted him as a disciple yet.
Oh, you're still going on about that?
Yeah, this isn't a fight to decide who's better between me and Viper. The only one here who isn't aware is the Heavenly Demon. There's still only a single goal behind this duel. It's to make the Heavenly Demon acknowledge me.
Disciple! Yes, master! I shall give you a piece of advice, so listen carefully.
You geezer, what are you doing?
Is there a problem? I thought you and that greenhorn weren't master and disciple.
That may be true, but to give advice in the middle of a duel, while 2 martial artists are having a serious fight?
2 martial artists. In my horn, there is only a greenhorn cultist and a proud successor of the Orthodox faction. It's even written in the Orthodox faction laws that cultists can be defeated by outnumbering them, so I see no problem.
Wow, how dishonorable. How very dishonorable, what the hell? Wow, the Orthodox faction believes in outnumbering a foe and going against the code of honor. Wow, wow, that's kind of cringe. What the fuck? That's not very based. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
My dear disciple, that greenhorn's individual strikes might be quite fierce, but it seems he isn't able to keep up the pace yet. Don't try and retaliate. Instead, dodge and wait it out until he runs out of ki. Oi, master, is that all?
Wait, why does your disciple talk like that?
I saw through that much already. Don't you have a more practical bit of advice? For the Filling Butterfly Sword and the Order of Life and Death, it shall be super effective. So, the Filling Butterfly Sword and the Order of Life and Death. That's right, and another thing, imbue with the principle of divine martial heaven. You can do that? Of course I fucking can! Master, I'm Viper, the head of the Celestial Martial Clan! You asked me if I'd ever starved. Is that your martial principle? Let me ask you a question back, King of Death. What do you think martial arts is? Let me answer it for ya! Martial arts is sucking the guy in front of ya!
I mean, he's not wrong, to an extent, but it's also discipline. Which could often mean not socking the guy in front of you if it means maintaining a composure and a disciplined, you know, disposition, right? And self-control. Indomitable spirit. If we're talking Taekwondo, the 5 precepts of that are self-control, indomitable spirit, perseverance, I can't remember the other 2. It's been many years since I practiced Taekwondo, so it's only reasonable that I'd forget most of the 5 precepts. I've got 3 of the 5. If anyone knows them and is based and is also a practitioner of Taekwondo, let me know in the comments.
That's all there is to it! I ain't letting you go! You bastard! What are you doing? It's a downpour! Does this sword not resemble rain? Why are you afraid of it? Take it in and drink it!
The heavenly demon acknowledged my duel. Understood! Demonic heavenly god art. The 2nd form. Sword of parched death. You're gonna brush away my sword? Disciple! It's recovering wet soil! Become like wet dirt and...
Ha! In that case, just turn him into a puddle.
Demonic heavenly god art. The 3rd form. Sword of submerged death. He's persistent! Get away from him!
Stick to him.
Fucking damn it! Demonic heavenly god art. The 4th form. Sword of frostbitten death. Child, even you can't block that. Dodge it! The wounds in our bodies increased. The open wounds quickly froze in the cold wind, hardening into scars. You damn demon bitch! Why are you giving him advice? In the place of the 2 that couldn't fight without exhausting all their ki, I became the heavenly demon sword. And Viper, the great axe sage's sword.
Calling him the Great Axe Sage and then he wields a sword. Doesn't that seem like false advertising?
We became a sight that they thought they could no longer see, and a dream they thought they could no longer dream. All sights eventually fade. No matter how vibrant a dream, it'll eventually corrupt, and humans will degrade. Rotten assholes. A declining genre. I'd already thrown it away. A declining world. So long ago. Why did it have to come back? What am I supposed to do with it now? Only people can abandon people. And only people are able to hold on to people. Heavenly Demon, I wish to become your disciple. I want to become your sights. I wish to serve you as my master. I want to become your unchanging dream. Your sights will continue as my sights. My alias is King of Death. My name is Kim Gonja. Your dreams will continue as my dreams. And your life will continue through my life. Please, accept me as your disciple. I am the Heavenly Demon, served by Kyung. Present me with 9 bows. I shall accept you as my final disciple.
What I can really say is, as this arc's gone on, it's gotten better as time has gone on. I've said this countless times throughout these reactions. The start of this arc I found kind of, you know, uninteresting. But now, it's pretty good. This arc's grown on me a hell of a lot. With each chapter, I enjoy it more and more. We'll probably only do 2 chapters today, so this will be the last one, but next week I'll try and do 3 or 4, because I have the whole week off, so I have plenty of time to record this for next week in advance and have a big, nice, happy, fun time video, and I don't have to bulk record a bunch of stuff like this week. But hey, here we are, in the span of a day. Anyway,
There are prayers that have been handed down since ancient times.
Baraya, Baraya, Aga Baraya.
No one knew what Baraya meant. Even the old man who brought Bai Kyang to the demonic cult didn't know. They memorized it without understanding.
The heart is a candle, so burn this place.
For so Bai Kyang, Baraya was a song of the people. A scream.
Baraya, Gabaraya.
Screams originally have no meaning, so wouldn't it be natural that the song of the commoners would also have no meaning? Just like how people didn't have to know much in order to scream. Hence, people who learned nothing could only scream. Screaming was a commonality between people of all nations.
I have nothing more to teach you. It is time for you to make an appearance. Where do you want to go?
To the place where people starve, to the place where people thirst, to the place where those who are suffocating, to the place where the drug addicts are, the place where the ill people are, the place where the people are punished by the government, the place where people burn. Oh, that's where I want to go.
Baraya, Baraya.
Then Bai Kyang, you can go anywhere in this world. So Bai Kyang, 21 years old, she appeared in the Murin world. That winter, 31 martial artists, 47 court officials, and 55 members of powerful families of the provinces were killed. Chapter 70. Our sect's traditions are special. In our sect, when a disciple greets his master with he bows 9 times. But it doesn't end with just bowing. The master decides whether or not to accept the 9 bows. The master can demand the student to do the ceremony of 9 salutes as many times as they want until they are satisfied. A heavenly demon, this is the sect's secret martial arts storehouse. And it's also the storehouse of martial arts of the 5 noble clans and 9 great schools. I call this place the Heavenly Martial Arts Storeroom.
This is awesome! It's totally a treasure trove! Zombie, I'll be looking through some martial arts books. Don't mind me, and just do whatever you have to. While you're at it, drag it out until I can read them all. Okay, thank you! All the skills in the world are mine!
When I was 21, I entered the world of martial arts. Can you guess what my first thought was when I appeared in the Murin world?
That you're going to destroy the heads of all the bastard do-gooders in the righteous sect?
That was my third thought.
That you'll prove that the demonic cult is the best?
That was my second. What I said was this. Since I was young, I really hated the Murin world. Murin is a world that revered the Mu. But how can there be only martial arts? Martial artists in our world. There are boatmen and farmers too. Merchants live here, as do prostitutes. There are countless trees that make up a single forest. However, the 9 great schools and the 5 noble clans named the forest, above all things, after the Mu. The fuck are the Mu? So the great me decided to take away the Mu from them.
You took away the Mu?
I robbed them of all their martial arts texts that they worshipped like a shrine. The faces the Gonryu masters made as they are still etched in my mind. They begged me with their heads hung down for me to leave the books containing the wisdom of the Cloud Dragon. I just buried those Taoists in the ground, but left their heads sticking out. And while they were watching, I wrapped up the martial arts books and left. It's been decades since then. Now, this is the Gonryu and the shamans. This is the 4,000 Tongmun. This is the strongest family in the nation. This is the Mosan sect. Since all the martial arts in the world form a forest here, This place truly deserves to be called a Miram. I would like to receive your bows here. Will you do it?
Yes.
I'm not going to care about your appearance, child of the outside world. Just do the bows as your body tells you. Bow 9 times, but put a different heart into each bow. The first bow should contain the heart of hunger. Do you understand?
The demonic sect. The ceremony of the 9 salutes was no different than the infernal heaven's demonic art. Hunger. His children waiting for the sun. First salute. The second salute. The salute of thirst. The stage of the demonic cult.
The stages of the demonic cult are largely divided into 4. First stage is Ipma, or the rising demon.
Is the wave of thirst.
Rising demons are those who speak with a sword. Therefore, the rising demon is a person who knows how to speak of his pain with a sword. The second stage is Gakma, or extreme demon. The extreme demon is someone who knows how to speak to the pain of others. Therefore, the extreme demon refers to a person who can use a sword to deal with the pain of others.
Third salute. Bow of the drowned.
The third stage is Talma, or elusive demon. The elusive demon is someone who knows how to talk about the pain of everyone. The elusive demon can walk down the streets and easily feel what makes the person passing by him suffer. It is extremely rare for anyone to reach this level. Even in the history of our sect, the number of elusive demons can be counted by 5 fingers. The Great Me is an elusive demon.
Fourth salute. Salute of the frozen. With the mother's feelings as she embraces her son as she froze to death.
Finally, there is the stage of Sinma, the demonic god. The demonic god knows not only the suffering of all men, but the suffering of all things as well. It is said that he can speak of the pain of all things in creation. But this is a theoretical stage, so I will just skip over that stage. In fact, no one has ever reached the stage of the demonic god.
Fifth salute. Salute of the poisoned. The fifth salute of the infernal heaven's demonic art was the path of poison. They were the movements of those who died from poison and addiction. I hadn't mastered the fifth sword yet.
Stop! Do it again. Stop! Do it again. Again.
Number of times to bow with the death by poisoning in my heart. 336.
Do it again.
Number of times to bow with death of illness in my heart. 189.
Again. Again.
Number of times to bow with the death by blunt impact in my heart. 510.
You are a straightforward child. There are children who are honest from birth. There are also children who are born with a bad omen, but become honest due to their own will. Child of the outside world, you are definitely the latter. I wonder what kind of life you've led to come this far.
I'm studying well. He's led 2. 1 at the bottom, and now 1 near the top. Both equally difficult, for different reasons entirely.
What kind of life are you trying to lead to become like this? If the sun means life, then pain means shadow. The outline of each human as they live their lives is separate, where their pain overlaps again and again. Thus, humans are not one because they are alive, but because they feel pain. If you say that you will share the pain with someone, you are saying that you will be with that person for a lifetime. Therefore, those who are hurt by everyone only want to be with everyone. Gonja. People don't only decide who they leave scars on. They also decide whose scars to wear. The common people you are trying to save will never be good. The crowd you have saved will never be honorable. The one you love will never be perfect. Even so, if you want to be hurt by everyone, think of how they will scratch you with their fingernails, how they will hurt you even when they hug you tightly. Life is pain, but that is only human suffering. Baraya, Baraya, Aga Baraya. This is your heart's meaning and fire. Burn it and see the shade of others. The 8th infernal heaven is death by fire. Gonja, bow the burning heart.
My name's Prominent! Goodbye.
I see. The last sword form of the infernal heavens is not set. From generation to generation, their sect leader engraved their own death on the last sword. So the 9th sword of the infernal heavens demonic art varies greatly from person to person. Bow with your death.
While committing suicide 4,090 times, my neck hurt. My hands trembled. I was afraid that the blade would go crooked or miss because of the trembling and shaking. As my determination became blurred, the day I had to die became longer. The slower my death, the blurrier my determination became. The blurrier my determination, the more I had to die. However, I couldn't forgive that person. I wasn't confident that I could forgive him and keep on living. I desperately wanted to live, so I died desperately. Bow. Suicide.
Gonja, you are my disciple. I don't care where you came from. Wherever you go, wherever you are a disciple of the heavenly demon. Our doctrine is in your heart. Even if society is destroyed and the world ends, so long as your heart still beats, the infernal heavens will continue.
Yes, Master. My neck hurt. I finally understand it now.
And that's where we'll leave it for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so if you could do me a solid and help me get that, that would be absolutely fantastic. But with that out of the way, I've been Animosity. You've been you. Hope to catch you next time for another video at the tar. For now.